Hey guys, so I wanted to kind of make this video because honestly I did see a friend or an inspiration, I guess, a bigger channel do this kind of video, and it really piqued my interest. Like, I wanted to make another one because obviously I wouldn't do this if I didn't love this series. So today we're gonna talk about the Eminence Shadow before the last episode 20 airs. I think is next week. So I just wanted to take a little bit of your time, talking about the episode, the series, and what I think, what I feel about it, what I think going forward, and all that. But yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts. But anyways, obviously, as you guys can guess, I really love Eminence and Shadow. If you've watched my reviews on the episode, uh, you'd know from back in episode 1, I absolutely loved it. I loved the plot. I loved the fact that Sid is overpowered, and like I said, it seems that no matter who he goes up against, no matter what kind of power he has, like Iris and the War Goddess, like they're no match for him. Like, literally, Sid is like in a different league than them. Like, right now, I bet he like spars with them, like while they're like just trying their hardest to like kill Sid. He is sparring with them, and that's how much powerful he is. And that's what I really enjoy about this series. Like, I know it's tropey that, oh, your main character is overpowered, but I feel like Eminence in the Shadow does it in a way that, I don't know, many people accept it, and they obviously love it like me. I love that fact that they portrayed the main character to be this powerful and how they're going about it. But yeah, I really love this episode, and I just want to talk to you guys about the preview before I ultimately drop my final episode. So we can see from the preview, it looks like Iris and the War Goddess team up and to fight Sid. And if you saw the preview, you know that Sid, it like you saw like one scene where Iris kind of pushed him back one time, and then he just laughed at them like, oh, you pretty much, I allowed you, pretty much him saying that I allowed you to push me back. And if you can guess from the previews, I'm guessing that Sid or Shadow, he ultimately wins against Iris again. And you kind of have to think in the way that Iris thinks. So she was labeled to be the strongest in her kingdom. She is the pretty much the number one swordsman, the daughter of the king, and they're in Midgard Kingdom or whatever. And you have to imagine what this does to someone with that kind of pride. So she lost in the fair duel, like you saw. Shadow didn't cheat. She lost in a fair duel, and the way that she lost was very bad. Like, Sid didn't even have his sword. Like, he used kind of his malice to defeat her fear, to defeat her pretty much, not even lifting a sword. So I already bet from that battle she hasn't really fully recovered from that processing what's going on. And she lost this in a pretty embarrassing way, like I said. And then on top, after it, she teams up with the War Goddess, who's considered best swordsman, to be considered stronger than Iris. And on top, Iris herself had to use it looks like she's using sword artifact, like a magic sword, you'll see if you saw the preview, but she uses this artifact sword, and you have to imagine that, like, she's teaming up with the war goddess and she's using a very powerful sword, and all she could do is knock him back one time. So you have to imagine what that does to her psyche. Like, that probably ruined her. And I think it'll be interesting to see how she handles this loss. Like, either she, like, she's stuck on it pretty much. She never gets over it. That's how I see it. She'll never get over it because of her pride. She'll be like, well, I'm not the strongest. And, she'll always be trying to chase shadow strength when it's pretty much unattainable at her level that she's at. So it'll be interesting what will happen with her and her psyche and what she'll do after the battle, after she loses. But I want to move on to what I think should happen. So obviously there's a lot of people, including myself, that really love the series Eminence in Shadow. Obviously I really love it. Very good story, and from what I've heard, like, there's probably enough content to do like multiple seasons. Like, I saw like they were in volume 3 or something. And yeah, I just hope that they continue to make other seasons, because I can guarantee you that Eminence Shadow generated a lot of money, and hopefully they generate enough money for more seasons, 2, 3, maybe 4 movie. Well, not a movie, but a continuation of the anime. And that's kind of the main reason I want to make this video, because I feel like this anime really deserves to be made into multiple seasons and not just stop here. Because like I said, I'm not a light novel reader or anything, but I've heard from like Twitter or the anime space that the Eminence in Shadow has enough source material for them to continue the anime. So I just really hope that they continue on that path, because like I said, I really love Eminence in Shadows, and it's gonna be very very sad when we see that final episode 20. And I can't really talk about Eminence in Shadows until probably a season tour is announced. Hopefully, right after the episode 20 drops. Hopefully they drop on Twitter. We got a green light for season 2 of Eminence in Shadows, and I'll make sure to kind of to make a video on that. But yeah, overall I really like this series, and I hope they continue it. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it there. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.